50,000 people die of flu annually. 16 million people died of heart attack. One new cancer patient every 30 seconds, and one will die of cancer every 55 seconds. 177 million were diagnosed with diabetes, and this number is expected to double by 2030.
Hello everyone. Hello. How are you, Kim? How are you, Flora?
Hi. Very well, thank you, Heba.
With me today, and I wish you to introduce yourselves and your company for everyone.
Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Kim Law. I'm from New Zealand, and I am running like convenient health foods business globally. And today we would like to share our nutrition immunology to everyone, because this is a sign on how do we eat healthy. Yep. Okay. I pass this to Flora. Flora is my partners in New Zealand. Flora here.
Thank you, Kim. So would you like me to introduce myself? My name is Flora. I'm also based in New Zealand, and I am currently working with Kim on this convenience health drinks and health food in order to help more people and also work with more people with like-minded.
Okay, I'm introducing you today because you talked to me about your perception and about your idea of your company, and how do you take the immunology and immune system as the first or the main issue of your company. After COVID-19 and after this pandemic that has been all over the world for 2 years ago, we all discovered that our immune system has a problem. Do we?
Yes, agree that. Yeah, now because of COVID, and everyone will be aware that, hey, our immune system is actually the best doctor. So nowadays, a lot of people are coming back to like focus on how do we need to like nourish our immune system, how do we need to balance our immune system. And this is today's forum. We're going to share our concept to everyone.
Yes, your concept about immune system and nutrition, Flora, please.
Yes. So basically, what is nutritional immunology? The essence of nutrition immunology is really about prevention is better than cure. Okay, so let me ask you, Heba, when was the last time you ate a really balanced diet or actively avoided very greasy, high cholesterol food and also alcoholic or some beverages, and instead of those, you eat fruits and vegetables? Can you recall the last time you did that?
For me, yesterday. But I tried to do that after we have met last week. You grasped my mind to the nutrition and the healthy food.
Yeah, exactly. And you are not alone, Heba. All of us, I think majority of us are doing this right now. So the truth is, many people only do things to avoid these bad, or I wouldn't call it bad, but less healthy food when we fall sick. And when we fall sick, that's when it's like a wake-up call to us. Oh, my body is suffering right now. I need to do something. Yes. But what if we can actually avoid having that happen in the first place? Yes. So nutritional immunology is all about this. Prevention is better than cure.
Yes.
Right. Can I have Kim to share the slideshow so we can look at it at the same time while listening to me sharing? Thank you.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, that's elite global. So according to WHO, we all know who this person is or organization is the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
下一个. There are few data showing that 20 to 50,000 people die of flu annually. 16 million people died of heart attack. One new cancer patient every 30 seconds, and one will die of cancer every 55 seconds. 177 million were diagnosed with diabetes, and this number is expected to double by 2030.
Miserable numbers.
Miserable numbers, you are right. And it's actually scary in some ways when we really look at the data. So my question too is, why do we fall sick? And there are generally 4 reasons. The first one is the air pollution. As we all know, we've got so many things going on in the world. It's not only the air pollution, because when the air is polluted, when we breathe in the air, it actually does something bad to our lungs, for example. And the next thing is the water pollution, because we need to drink every day, but how can we make sure that the water we're drinking is clean of all those bacteria and other things? And thirdly is the unhealthy diet. We all like to eat for pleasure. We are most likely to be a foodie somewhere, so we never really think about eating for healthy purposes. We're only eating just because it's really good. When was the last time you heard someone say, oh, that restaurant is really good because they offer really healthy diets? Instead, we always heard about, that's so nice because they cook the best meal. It tastes the best. They've got that sauce just right.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So the last one, or the fourth one, would be a stressful lifestyle. With the pace going on nowadays, a lot of us are suffering from this stress.
No time.
From not being able to sleep well, or getting angry at the kids, or maybe your spouse. I don't know. Any reasons would be a factor of that stressful lifestyle. And because of this stress, our body will emit a hormone called cortisol. And this hormone actually lower our immune system within half an hour. So if we are constantly having a stressful lifestyle, imagine how much damage it's going to cause us in a long run. Right. Next slide. Thank you. So when we're sick, we usually go to the doctors, hoping to get some medication, isn't it? But medications, the cure, or the only cure they will go for. We all know medicine is only to suppress illness and to reduce symptoms. We've never really seen anyone, the more he or she take the medicine, the better he or she gets. We never really come across, I mean, I personally haven't heard anyone yet. So this is only when you're consuming more, and it will have more side effects affecting our body, and therefore it will create more problems to solve. Yes. So medications is not the way to go, unless it's for other special circumstances where we need to pair up with the medications and also our diet to go in par or on par. Right. And a lot of us thinking, I am not too sick, or I'm not really sick. So I'm quite healthy. But is it really the case? I'm not sick. Does it equate to being healthy? Let's find out. So the next slide is going to show us what a healthy taste buds look like. So the one on the left, you see it's very beautiful, it's still in shape, and the color is really nice. Whereas on the right-hand side is the unhealthy taste buds. So over time, when we eat very strong flavor, or very salty, or very spicy, or all the extreme flavors, it actually damages our taste buds. So you can see that the shape is getting out of shape, and it's also, I can't explain it, but it's quite scary if we actually can see it with our own eyes. And these are all under the microscopic eyes. not the human eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next slide is showing the healthy joint. It's very glossy. You can't see any cracks anywhere. Whereas the other one is showing unhealthy joint. So over the years, when we stop taking care or looking after our body, we see damages, and if we don't repair it, the damage will actually carry on, and then it will only get worse and worse. And the third one, I think personally, one of the most important ones is the blood vessels. The healthy blood vessels look something like on the left-hand side, where you know that it's clear of any other blockages. Yeah. So our blood can flow very smoothly, being able to bring it to the necessary places. But when our blood vessels are not healthy, meaning we could have been eating some high cholesterol food over time, and then it will actually block out our blood vessels, and consequently it will cause diseases like cardiovascular diseases, like stroke. All right, so these negligence doesn't happen overnight. It always takes longer, like we mentioned last week. So usually diseases will only take place when we neglect it for a long period of time. So it could be years and years before it happened that the diseases took place. So we people, as not being sick doesn't mean we are healthy. So looking at the bacteria, I know, looking at the bacteria and virus, these two are constantly looking for spaces to invade our body, because they want to attack us from the outside. And 90% diseases are actually related to malfunction of the immune systems. So if we get these two things into our body, it actually causes a lot of problem, and 90% diseases are actually related to this. So we need to know how it happened or before it happened. So what is immune system? So it's the best doctor in the world, because it's the only way that doesn't offer any side effects. Okay, it protects us from falling sick to diseases. And if you look at the bone marrow area, it's the factory that actually produces all the, we call it soldiers, the immune cells who are fighting against those horrible bacteria and viruses. And once the immune cells being produced by that factory, the bone marrow, they are sent to the thymus. It's like a boot camp, like the campground. They go there to train so that they know how to do their job well. So once they are done training there, so they will be delegated to different places as needed to protect our body from head to toe, to protect us from the invasion from bacteria and viruses. Right. Our next one. So the major functions of the immune system, there are three. First, to defend. Second, to cleanse. And lastly, then we repair. So it's like the enemy is coming, I need to fight. So the soldiers are fighting, and they have to destroy those enemies. And once it's cleansed, they will do the repair work. So we look into how or who is doing the defense on the other side. So in our immune system, there are several soldiers. We call them B cell and T cell. So with the B cell, these are the specific fighters. So that means they are protecting our body via antibodies that is circulate in our fluids, such as the serum and the lymph. So it's part of our immune system. So B cells actually fight invaders by producing antibodies very specifically to those invaders. So it's a specific target. It's like the missile. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to destroy you. So when I press it down, it will only chase you, no one else but you. So this is the role for B cell. Whereas for the T cell, they don't have any specific targets. They just simply do all the wipeouts, everything else that's left for T cell. And if you look at the NK cell as one of the T cells, so the NK cell is, yes, so those are the cancer cells. The natural killer cells is the one in the middle. Oh no, it's the yellow one. Okay, so it's tiny, but then it's very, very powerful. So once the infection is controlled by this NK cell, the suppressor NK cell, the T cell, will regulate antibody again production and call an end to the war. And how did it call an end to the war? We're coming to the next slide. So the cancer cell will then be disintegrated into fibrous materials after being destroyed. It's like a sniper. I'm gonna shoot. And then the hole that you can see in the cancer cell, once it's done by the sniper, it will then be disintegrated. And those fibrous materials will be secreted through many ways. It could be a pus from a severe infection, because these contains all the dead cells, or it could be all the enemies that have been killed in the war, okay? And there are other immune cells as well, called macrophages. So these are very multitasking. As you can see, they've got hands that can grab a lot of things. So these macrophages, they actually grab those bacteria and then swallow it. They eat it. And once they've eaten it, they will secrete chemicals as well to summon all other immune cells to the battle site. So gather more people. We need more people here. So then they come and then fight against these bacteria and viruses. Again, it could be excreted through a pus or even sweats, anything that is like somewhere in the toilet. I'm not sure whether it's nice to mention that, but you know, those things that we do in the toilet and somewhere else. Okay, so it's gonna be excreted through that way. So this is also one of the macrophages, and this is in our blood vessels. So it's swallowed, and then it will be excreted somewhere else. And the one in the red is actually the aging blood cells. Yes. So once the clearance is done, we come down to repairing. So blood platelet, it's very important, as we all know, as we want to have the infection area healed properly. So it is very important that these blood platelets do the things they are designed to do. Right.
Not only clotting in the vessels, just to make defense rule only. Yes.
Yes. So every soldier has their own role to fulfill.
Army.
So you do the jobs. It's like a teamwork. It's like a country that has to be protected against the enemies. Yeah. So everyone does the job. So any army needs high morale to win. So it's the same as our immune system. So we need to have sufficient rest. We need to control our stress level. So stable emotion, and we have to have positive thinking as well, and regular exercise, so that our immune system is going to be nourished. And even more importantly is the balanced nutrition, like Heba, you have already mentioned that previously too. Balanced nutrition is very important. Imagine you're asking a malnourished soldier to go to the war to fight. Do you think he will win or she will win? No, because balanced nutrition did not take place for that soldier. So that's why it's important. Now, the thing is, how do we make sure it is a balanced nutrition? So we need to make sure that there are 6 criteria that we'll look at.
Yeah, we talked about this 6 criteria.
Yes. Oh, I will have to like have a tick box, check boxes. Like, is it a plant food? Is it wholesome? Is it a healthy plant? What are the varieties and quantities? And are they rich in phytochemicals or polysaccharides, antioxidants? And has it been done through a common assay test? So these 6 criteria are very, very important. Now I'm going to break down why these are important in a second, which is now. So why does it have to be a plant-based sources? Mainly because the animal base contains animal hormones, the high calories, high cholesterol, and high fats. And studies have shown that animal-based diet increases risk of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and diabetes. Therefore, if we could, we should opt for plant-based food. I would think more often. It'll be quite hard.
Yes. Are you vegan?
Well, personally, because I also enjoy my steak once in a while, so I know how to balance it. I can't be eating steaks three meals a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah,
put it that way. So we need to balance. That's why balance is the key word.
Not a complete avoiding, not a complete.
No, not complete. It's very hard to avoid, to be honest.
We love we love meat and love it. It will make a problem.
I know. So here's one of the solutions is you have to balance it. Not too much. Anything should be in moderation. Nothing too much. Too much, it would be quite risky.
Yes. Okay.
So if we know that we are going to have some animal food, we need to make sure we also take more than usual plant-based food just to make it out. All right. Okay. Point number 2. We need to make sure it's natural and safe. So there are 3 types of plants, I'll say. So the first type is the poisonous type. So these poisonous plants can be fatal if you consume them. So some can only be externally applied as medication. So gotta be careful with that. And second one is the medicinal type. So it means it might contain side effects. So it's not suitable for pregnant women and children. So we have to be cautious when we consume this as well. So we can't have those lying around the household. It's quite dangerous. And the third type would be the one that we can eat as, in any amount, meaning like as much as we want to, and it would not cause side effects. So it is still good news to us. We still can eat something in any amount, and we don't have to worry about the side effects. The third criteria would be rich in phytochemicals, antioxidants, and polysaccharides. So the higher content the phytochemical is, the better it is for our body to activate our immune cells. And the high antioxidants is actually anti-aging properties, and it actually neutralizes the free radicals from the UV, from any pollution, and helps to rejuvenate our organs. So we've got lots of organs inside, so it gets rejuvenated. So it's quite important to have antioxidants. And lastly is the polysaccharides. That increases immune cells to destroy viruses rapidly. And it is actually done in the research studies as well. Right. So fourth criteria has got to be a wholesome plant sources. So we were comparing an orange and a vitamin C previously as well. So any wise man or wise woman will choose an orange because it's complete. It offers more than just a vitamin C itself. So an excessive consumption of a particular minerals or vitamins can lead to adverse side effects. And that's why a lot of people ended up going to the hospitals to get their kidneys cleansed.
Yeah,
so it's
a question here. If I consumed a lot of oranges, it will be the same?
No, it won't be. The most is you'll go to the loo quite often, go to the toilet quite often. That's it. You won't get any toxicity because it's wholesome. So you don't have any side effects of that. Complete food, exactly. So wholesome is that the key word again.
Yes, okay.
Yes. The fifth criteria would be a variety and in quantity as well. So we were saying it has to be like more than 15 types of fruits and vegetables in different colors daily. Wow. And it's as high as 25 pounds. So it's equivalent to 11.3 kilograms of these.
How many in kilograms?
11.3 kilograms.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Move with a balancing scale.
I know, you have to be like weighing, oh, how much am I eating already? Oh, it's only 400 grams.
Yeah, too much, 11 kilograms every day.
The reason being, Heba, because our body contains 80 trillion cells and 9 major systems. So these nutrients are really needed as essential to get everything checked or to get everything function the way they are designed to. So we gotta do what the specialists are suggesting. So we're trying our best. So that's why it's important to check. Am I doing it today? It's daily. So we gotta double check that. And lastly, the sixth criteria is a common assay test. So this test is to identify any cancer-causing food so that we can avoid them. And also to determine the capability of certain plant foods in repairing damaged DNA. So some plants actually help to repair damaged DNA. So in this test, it says here, the plant food is added to a healthy human cell. So if the plant food is carcinogenic, it will damage the human cell. The damage can be seen through an electron microscope, as above, like this.
Also, plant food can be carcinogenic.
Pardon?
Also, plant food can be carcinogenic.
Yes. So it's not all. Well, of course, like the poisonous one would be very bad for human cells, isn't it?
Okay, how could the poison get in the plant?
Like marijuana, it's carcinogenic.
Yes.
Isn't it?
How could the poison get in the plant? How could it be carcinogenic or poisonous for us? All the time we can eat orange safely and apples safely. We can't imagine that it could be harm or harmful for us.
Well, orange is not harmful. Basically, they are saying some food can be harmful if we are not careful enough. But most likely, the food that we see in the supermarket are quite safe to consume.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you make this test for every plant food?
Kim, I think we will be safe to say that they have tested the ones in the supermarket that we normally see.
Okay, continue.
Yes. So the above, you can see the picture here. So the damaged DNA fragments will break away from the cell's core. So it was a healthy human cell on the left. So it's round, beautiful. You can see the color quite distinctively. But if it's carcinogenic and it actually damages our DNA, it will become, you can see a tail,
yes,
like a comet. And you can't see the core properly anymore because it's been damaged. So that's where we know that this food is actually damaging or is not repairing our damaged DNA. So these have to be done by the scientists. That's why we need to make sure that if a product has gone through this test, we can rest assured that the ingredients are all very safe to consume. And more so, it's helping us to repair our damaged DNA.
Yeah, okay.
So there goes the 6 criteria of choosing healthy food or balanced nutrition.
Okay, Flora,